Who did I call a nonce?
You're doing a lot of paraphrasing today, Vega. You're coming out with statements that just didn't happen. I didn't hear Smokey call any of the people that he called out a nonce for supporting Live Free.
None of them.
None of them.
Ron,
the same as I definitely didn't tell you any injuries that occurred in the incident that you're on about with JB and his ex. None of these things happen, but because you think that I'm not present, you could sprout and say anything with conviction. That's what I said. You didn't expect me to be here listening in and be able to call you out on your bullshit.
Oh, okay. Ron, there's a video in the back just to prove.
All right, that's a video.
What I just said there. I'll stop it before the music starts because obviously copyright.
Okay, doke.
You're wrong and cunt. Big up Live Free. Doing videos about big up Live Free. You fucking dirty, stinking wrong and cunt.
What about the nasty messages
there we go.
to LJ
you
Gibb?
Dirty, wrong and cunt.
What about
let me
the
tell you
nasty
something now.
messages
You're
to
welcome
LJ
to come
Gibb?
on my panel. But let me tell you something now. You better be ready for the battle of wits. Don't come unarmed.
What about the nasty messages to
Don't
LJ
come without
Gibb?
your fucking brain in gear.
What about the nasty messages to LJ
Don't you
Gibb?
Is that all you got, Vin? Guilty.
Yeah, Vega, I saw them
Guilty. 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 Either.
What about
It's
the
just
nasty
filth.
messages
You
to
might as well
LJ
be a
Gibb?
noncy cunt, as far as I'm concerned. Like, you might as well be a noncy cunt.
What about the nasty messages to LJ
You
Gibb?
might as well.
Oh, Jesus
as far as I'm concerned.
What about the nasty messages to LJ Gibb?
Let's wait for this little video to finish for a moment.
You might as well be. And I wasn't calling him one. You might as well be. Now that's a bit different to you are, Vincent.
How different?
A fucking lot different, you fucking idiot. I thought you were intelligent. Fucking hell. Come on now, Vincent. Come on now. Fuck's sake.
Different, Smokey.
You might as well be. Yeah, it's a fucking lot different. It's not you are.
Would you stand in front of a man in a bar and say, I
Yes, I would.
Would you?
Yes,
Why?
I fucking would.
Why? Why, Smokey?
Yes, I would, because that's the type of fucking man I am, look. I will tell you how I feel. Whether you like it or not, please or offend, right? It is what it fucking is. If you can't accept what I'm saying, that's your problem, not mine.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Anything else now?
Well, my only question was, how do you manage to ignore one man's crime and make a grand?
Oh, we're going back to that now, are we?
Well, that was my only question, Smokey. It's
of course,
that
you know, wherever you go,
greatly.
Smoke, you know, we got to be in your mouths. That's why.
Yeah, of course.
Vince,
Yeah,
I've got a question for you then. I mean, how many years of not reoffending, of remorse, and like rehabilitation do you need before then you're able to be friends with a person? How many years would you need of not showing repeat?
I've never swam in these waters. You know,
I am swimming in those waters, and
absolutely
I ended this relationship
no idea.
speaking to his ex, knowing what was happening or had happened 5 years prior to me. I have swum those waters, and I've swum for the last 12 years that I've been with him, and he's proved himself every fucking year, every step of the way. So, you know, you keep asking how many years before you can forgive somebody, how many years before, you know, of showing changed behaviour, of rehabilitation, of, you know, changed circumstance do you need before somebody can go, actually, I made a fucking mistake there in my past? How many years do you need, Vince? We're on 16. How many more?
My question to Smokey was, what is a desired amount of time before a wife beater is acceptable as a friend? I can't remember how I put it.
Well, the person who should really ask
you that.
I'm sure I just asked you that. The person who should really ask that question is Reeb.
Well, I don't know the answer to that question, Reeb.
No, it's Reeb herself. That's the person.
So you don't know the answer to that question, but you keep coming and following Smokey around, mentioning JB every time Smokey makes a live, making your own videos regarding it. But you can't decide when the cut-off point would be, when a man who is not reoffended can go, actually, you made a shitty mistake in the past, you shouldn't have done it, but good on you for changing your ways. Like, you know, you're not who people are kind of setting you up to be. You know, because if
changed
this
his
man,
ways, then
how much more proof do you want? I am sat
Well, I've
here
got
12 years with this. I'm sat here 12 years with this man, and he has never laid a goddamn finger on me. What more do you want?
Well, JB made a few videos recently. Maybe, well, not recently, in the last 6 or 7
He hasn't been on
months,
YouTube for 9 months.
threatening to spike
Vincent, he hasn't
Sparky
been
up
on
his
YouTube for 9
arse,
months.
threatening all manner of other people. So how changed
hasn't
is
been
he, Reeb?
How changed is he? Yeah. Do you not remember the pressure that we was under with the reason that we're all both on this live tonight? The reason we're both on this live tonight is because Smokey has spoke about Live Free. If you don't remember the situation back then, or if anybody's in chat and familiar with it, our running with Live Free is that he decided to travel from Leeds to Wales and threaten me with sexual assault.
Yep, which is bad.
Yes, very bad. And after doing so, then we had all of his supporters also threatening us. We received threats such as threatening to burn our house down, acid attacking me in the street, following my children home from school. Do you think that we were under a little bit of pressure at that time, Vincent? So yes, when he came out and he had verbal altercations with like bloody Sparky and whoever else that he had his fucking rants at, I don't blame the man. The pressure that we was under as a family was immense. But you know that's the difference. You know those two, and I believe it. You know, give or take, I think it was 2. It may have been 3, no more than 3 outbursts that Jason had, where the most that he done was call Chris, I think, a rat-faced cunt, called somebody a slag. I'm not being funny. You only got to switch on the cesspit, and you hear that every day of the week. What's the difference? You know, why are we calling JB out constantly for 3 outbursts when this is the normal run of things now?
Because he's got a history.
A history of what, sorry?
He's got a history of being violent.
He lost his temper once. Now, by what I've heard tonight...
Ron, you don't know that for sure.
Let me finish. What I've heard tonight, that Shannon isn't the first female over the course of time where Live Free has actually done this. 3 different occasions, 3 different females.
3 different women. That's correct. So would you call that a serial offender, Vincent?
Well, of course I would, Smokey. I'm not defending Live Free here.
Okay, and then with 16 years since the incident that you're talking about, Vincent, without any reoffending, without any other violent episodes, and that's violent episodes to men and women. No assaults, no convictions, no fights. Literally not even a fight. Like, not even a fucking punch-up. Nothing, not even with a man. In 16 years, what are you looking for? What do you need here, like?
Well, the answer, how long I've got to wait until I'm friends with Live Free again. So 16 years is the allotted time. Is that what it is, Smokey?
No, that's not what I'm saying, Stevenson. But like, I don't do this kind of twist with words. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm not sitting here saying 16 years have passed, so that's how long we need to wait to Live Free. Don't be so ridiculous. You come across as an intelligent man, so you know,
I've always got to croak, Kelly. Fucking my voice.
You know, don't try to twist words in that way. You know that's going to lie with how Live Free conducts himself, isn't it? If he comes out and he generally sees the error in his ways and he starts to make amends and he goes X amount of time, and again X amount of time, he doesn't reoffend. He treats every woman thereafter as a goddamn princess and as a fucking queen. Perhaps then people can start to go, he's changed his way. Prison rehabilitated him. Perhaps. I can't see it. I believe he's going to be a career criminal all his fucking life. But
Reeb, let me just say, I didn't come on here to discuss it with you, and I wasn't aware that you're in the chat. I'm sorry that you're here now discussing it. I came on here. Well, no, it's not lies, because there was bruising.
It was a lie. You said that I said something about physical. I believe you said black and blue and purple marks and bruises.
You confirmed to me in our chat that he strangled
go find
and
your video,
slapped
Vince.
her.
I know 100%
the video's there
I did
for
not.
everyone to see, Reeb. You're more than welcome to view it or not.
Pop it up on your community page, Vince, so people can find it easily.
Well,
pop it up on your community page.
It's called domestic violence. So
just nice and highlighted for people, isn't it? Perhaps have a skim through it and find the exact part when I said that, Vince. That'd be nice.
I don't have many videos, Reeb. I'm going to go, Ron, because
bye, Vincent.
My presence, my questions don't fit the live here.
I've answered
your
you, Vincent.
questions don't Vince alive. Your questions are absolutely fucking abominable, mate. They're fucking terrible.
I've answered you as
someone
well,
who's supposed to be so intelligent, right? You've been caught out,
and you've been caught lying. Intelligent, Smokey.
You try to be.
I've
reevaluated your situation now.
Okay, Smokey.
So, Vincent, which questions don't you believe has been answered appropriately then?
Well, when Smokey earlier was calling all of those people that support Live Free, and I don't support Live Free, you know that, but when he was calling them all nonces and cunts, and
I wasn't calling them all nonces. That's where you're wrong.
Hang on,
another twist of words.
Hang on, Smoke. Let me finish because I'm going to bugger off now.
Smokey.
All right.
Might as well be a nonce. I think was the wording.
Might as well. Did I say you are?
No. I wouldn't be offended.
Exactly. There's a difference.
And Vince, I ask you that one more time. What has that got to do with me or JB?
It's got nothing to do with
9 months of leaving YouTube.
Reeb, but I was just bringing up a relevant point. I didn't expect
what is the relevance? I'm not understanding what the relevance is.
Discuss it.
Know me.
No, not me.
No idea what the relevance is.
When you're gonna quote me and say that I've said things that I haven't, and then there's sometimes a need to pop up and go, hang on. That's when absence becomes an issue, isn't it? We've stayed away, we've left like everybody wanted.
So you didn't describe the circumstances of the attack?
Sorry, what was your question?
You didn't describe the circumstances of the attack.
That's a very broad question. I can't remember what we talked about 9 months ago, but I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that I've never said black and blue to you, purple or bruised neck, because those things just did not occur.
Yeah, she had bruising to her neck.
And how do you know this, Vincent?
Because I do, Reeb.
How?
Is it imaginary court records, Reeb?
I know.
Is it imaginary court records?
How, Vincent? How do you know?
Well, I know it to be fact.
How do you know it to be fact, Vincent?
I know it to be fact, Reeb.
How do you know it to be fact?
Well, that's all I have to say. I know it to be fact.
So you just believe it to be fact? You haven't got no proof there, Vincent, have you?
I know it to be fact, Reeb.
Ron,
I'm going to go because this is just dragging up. This is just dragging up.
Vincent didn't like that he couldn't spread his lies.
You keep on saying that you've got this and you've got that, but you never really show that you've got anything.
Right.
It's like the other thing which you know about, yeah, and we've turned around and said there is nothing there. But you're saying now, so you prove that there's something there.
Well, I don't need to prove it.
Well,
so why did Smokey have to prove all the allegations about Live Free before you'd believe him about that? Why did he have to say